Welcome back to the Hot Pot of Coffee podcast. My name is Brad.
I'm Amanda.
And during silent sound check, Cadell starts eating. What's fucking new? Asshole. This episode is coming out on Tuesday because Monday, today, is a holiday. And we just decided we had a lot of stuff this weekend. It was a 3-day weekend and a lot of stuff going on and pool parties and helping. We didn't actually help my brother move. I'm not going to lie about that.
No, why would you lie about that?
Just, we had like 3 things to go do this weekend. We're being lazy. We went and saw a movie, which we'll talk about.
So lazy.
And so I said, hey, let's just put out the episode on Tuesday because Monday people are either going to be traveling or at home and aren't going to listen on a commute anyway. So yeah, that's what's
It's true.
going on. So we just... Like 2 seconds ago, I just made Amanda watch Connor for real. No, Pop Star.
Never stop, never stopping.
Never stop, never stopping. And if you haven't seen it, it's Andy Samberg and the Lonely Islands. It's their movie, and it's basically about Andy Samberg is a artist named Connor for real. And he used to be a part of the Style Boys. It's basically like if the Backstreet Boys broke up, and then and then Justin Timberlake. Wait.
Justin Timberlake in sync? God, he was in sync. You fucking...
They're all the same to me.
They're really not.
Anyway, it's basically what would have... And it's funny because JT was in the movie too. So it's like even funnier.
Well, because him and Andy Samberg are friends.
Yeah. Well, he was the first... That's how the Lonely Islands became famous. Is because of JT. They asked him to be in one of their songs or something.
No, that's not how they became famous. It's because...
It's SNL,
it was because he did all the shorts on SNL.
But he was the first one to like...
No, he wasn't.
I remember watching a documentary.
No, you didn't.
This.
You just remember watching Dick in a Box, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
No. JT was one of the first big superstars to ever like help out the Lonely Islands and be in their songs.
Okay.
Look that shit up.
Okay.
I'm always right when I say look that up. It's funny. Anyway,
I remember when Popstar first came out, and I was working at a vet clinic, and my boss, the vet there, her brother walked in like 115 degrees to the movie theater nearby to see that movie. And she was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why'd you walk? You're going to die. And your tombstone will read like
never stop, never stop.
No, here lies Michael, like on his way to see Popstar. And he was like, you can't just say Popstar. You have to put Popstar, never stop, never stopping, or no one's going to know what you're talking about. It was really funny.
Anyway, Amanda laughed her ass off at it. The whole movie is fucking hilarious. But my biggest question with that movie is how the fuck did they afford all of those people?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, DJ Khaled is in the movie. Usher's in the movie. Michael Bolton is in the movie.
Michael Bolton fucking sings.
Every single... Oh, Mariah Carey's in the movie.
They had a shit ton of pop stars.
Yeah, and it's like they all obviously got paid a lot, and that movie didn't do that well in theaters.
They probably didn't get paid that much. They were literally just cameos.
That's true. They probably were like
They had
grand.
like 2 seconds of screen time.
That's like $100,000. Dude, Cersei got paid $1 million to lay in a pile of bricks in episode 8.
She did not get paid $1 million.
$1 million.
No, she did
Per
not.
episode. That's what she got paid.
If you have like a speaking line, she's just laying there. It's not even her. It's probably a wax figurine. She didn't get paid that episode.
No, it was definitely her. If it was wax, it'd be all like broken and shit.
No,
From the
what?
bricks. That'd be funny if it was just like,
Oh my god.
it's a wax figurine. It's broken.
You're ridiculous.
Anyway, we're not going to talk about GOT again because we talked about it last week and it sucked.
Did we talk about it last week? I don't even remember.
I don't either. So basically, more importantly, we saw a more importantly, we saw
a much more important movie.
We did see a movie this weekend, and we brought Jackie. And if you don't remember Jackie, she's been on 2 episodes. Mm-hmm. Jackie's been on 2 episodes of the podcast, which is about 5% of our episodes. But she came with her new boyfriend, who is the living embodiment of Old Town Road. I love him, and we all showed up. We're all wearing like we go to the movies. It was in Scottsdale, so we all show up. I'm wearing like a collared shirt. Amanda's wearing like a nice shirt and jeans, and Jackie's like, same. And then he's in like sandals and in a soccer t-shirt, and we're like, hey, I don't think people thought he was with us. Like, is that,
We're in Scottsdale, sir.
we're in Scottsdale, sir.
No, he was fine.
He was fine. But we went and saw Aladdin. Never Stop, Never Stopping.
No, so let me tell you what happened. I called Brad that morning. Was a Saturday morning, and I call him in the morning, so he's in bed still. He's half asleep, and I'm just like, "Hey, what do you want to do today?" He's not speaking to me at all. He's just making grunting noises because he can't speak yet. He's too asleep. But when I ask him what he wants to do today, he hums A Whole New World.
I just went, and you're like, you want to see Aladdin? I was like, and you're like, all right, I'll text Jackie. Okay. We're going to do a Hot Pot of Coffee review because we always do that for movies we see. And next week it will be for Godzilla. I'm super excited for that movie. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. But this week on movie review.
That's weird.
We still need a bunch of like intros for things we do because I'm just like making shit up like every time.
You are.
Movie review.
Oh God.
Aladdin. Okay, let's get into this. First thing you have to know before you go into Aladdin, and also, by the way, there's no spoilers here. If you haven't seen Aladdin,
the cartoon,
step 1, kill yourself. Step 2,
go watch it.
Go watch it. But kill yourself first. So this is a fine movie to talk about. There's no spoilers. I mean, literally
like
nothing.
We care anyway.
Yeah. So in the beginning, when we first talked about Aladdin on the podcast, it was when the trailer came out.
And we were not happy.
And we were not happy. And it was Will Smith.
Oh, yeah.
It was that picture of Will Smith as
Did we talk about it with...
He looked like blue jizz.
We talked about it with Zach.
Oh.
And we just talked about how, like, nothing could compare to Robin Williams and how sad...
And that's still true.
No, it's still completely true, but we were just really pissed that it was Will Smith. Which, and I love Will Smith, but I was upset that it was
Robin
him.
Williams would have been a much better cast. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it.
Oh my God. No.
He's dead.
How dare you?
But unfortunately, he did not answer the director's call. So Will Smith was cast as the genie. And I will have to say this. I was wrong, and you will never hear me say that again. I was wrong. The best part of this movie was Will Smith.
Yeah, he did a great job.
I think the first time he comes out of the lamp, you're like, but then like after he does his whole song, You'll Never Have a Friend Like Me, it worked. Like you accepted it, and then he stopped being Blue Genie pretty much right away.
Yeah.
The Aladdin was like, hey, can you fit in? And he was like, sure, I'll be a black man. And that's the only time that's worked from going to blue to black. And what I really appreciated in this movie was that Genie was black, but Aladdin was also Middle Eastern. And Jasmine was played by a white girl who looks Middle Eastern. She's not white, but she's mixed.
Yeah, she's
but
ethnic
none of the movie was whitewashed, which was... There was like no white people in the whole movie except for it's funny, the only white person was the maid.
Oh, yeah.
But it worked because...
Well, I think she's still of some...
No, she's white
Middle Eastern...
But it worked.
Ethnicity.
It worked because it's not supposed to be whitewashed. And we had this conversation, too, about my favorite movie, which is going to get a live action, which is Mulan. Because I still sing Who Is That Girl I See every morning when I wake up.
Every single morning.
But Mulan, like, it needs to be all Asian.
Yeah, and it will be, or people get pissed.
Yeah. All you need to do is, like, grab the cast list for Fast and the Furious and then just...
What?
I'm just kidding. That was a bad joke.
That was
Tokyo
a horrible
Drift.
joke.
No, but they didn't whitewash it, which was great. The singing and stuff was... It was funny because people started singing, and I noticed the guy next to me got all like, what the fuck is this shit? And I'm like, dude, it's a musical.
It's a Disney movie.
It's a Disney movie,
They
you dumb
all
shit.
sing.
But people aren't used to Disney movies being turned in... Because The Jungle Book did, but The Jungle Book really wasn't a musical.
Yes, it was.
But not as much as this was. This was like...
They still had all the same songs.
No, I know that, but the difference
Bare
in Aladdin
necessities.
I know, but the difference in Aladdin is like when he was all down and he went back to his little cave, he would just like sing out a one-liner or whatever. Like he's like, I don't know the song, But this was a real musical. And so the only musical number that did not work was Naomi Scott, who plays Jasmine, her one with the disappearing people. That one did not work.
That was a song that they introduced for this.
That wasn't in the original movie.
That wasn't in the original movie. And Naomi Scott has a fantastic voice. I had no idea that she could sing that well. Like, her voice is amazing. But yeah, that song just didn't fit very well. I understand why they did it, but it didn't fit very well.
If you don't know who Naomi Scott is, she played the Pink Power Ranger in Power Rangers movie 2015. And if you didn't see that, it's because it sucked giant cock. Tangent, but that's my favorite YouTube video. I'll have to show you. Did I ever show you the racist Power Rangers YouTube video?
I think you did, yes.
Where it's the computer and he's got a group of kids and he's like, you will be the Green Ranger. And the kid's like, because I'm Jewish? That's the color of money. He's like, no. And then he's like, you will be the Pink Ranger. She's like, really? Because I'm a girl? He's like, nope, that's not why. And then the Asian girl goes, you will be the Yellow Ranger. And she goes, are you fucking kidding me? And he goes, no, it works. And then he turns to the black guy and goes, you will be the Black Ranger. He goes, oh, come the fuck on. And then just turns to the last guy and he's like, and White Ranger. And it just says some Chad. And he's like, okay, that's it, bye. And it's true because in the original Power Rangers, people thought that was a funny joke or a little racist joke. But in the original Power Rangers, that's how it was. The Yellow Ranger was an Asian girl. The Black Ranger was a black guy.
Yeah.
Pink Ranger was a white girl.
Was there a green one?
Oh, there's Red Ranger too. If it was like Native American, that'd be fucked up.
Oh my God.
I don't think they did that because I think that's taking it a little far.
All of it is taking it far.
Yeah, all of it, but still. So, Native American is still too soon. You can't make fun of them. I love it. Did you see that picture on Twitter where there's a bunch of Native Americans flipping off what's the monument in Dakota called? Which Dakota is it?
Wait.
With all the faces?
Oh,
I don't fucking know these things, dude.
No, it just reminds me of Parks and Rec when Andy and April go to the Grand Canyon and they stand there because they drove like 20 hours to get there, and he's like, where are all the faces?
What's it called? The
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. So there's a picture on Twitter, and it's a bunch of Native Americans flipping off Mount Rushmore, and a real Republican like senator or something tweeted out a picture of it and said, this is why we need border control. And someone wrote back down, they're fucking Native Americans, idiot.
Oh, God.
They're literally the only natives.
They have every right to do that.
And it's North Dakota. Is it North Dakota? Or South Dakota?
No. I can't remember.
Let's be honest. They're the same thing.
Truly.
It's literally like that's Indian reservation land, too, I'm pretty sure.
Mount Rushmore. Let's see here.
Did you know more people live in northern Manhattan than live in North Dakota?
Of course I believe that.
Anyway,
it's in South Dakota.
Okay, well.
Yeah, is it Keystone? That's where the pipe... Is that...
Oh, I hate Keystone. I mean, I drank it a lot in college. But...
Oh, gross.
Anyway, back to Aladdin. The musical numbers were good. The tiger was not terrible CGI. At some points, you could tell it was CGI, but you really didn't care. And most of the characters were exactly how they should be. The only character I personally had an issue with was the Sultan. In the cartoon, he's like this fat, jolly, dumb fuck. And in the movie, he's like a very serious father.
I mean, because that was a little bit more realistic.
Oh, you mean the giant parrot or the magic? Yeah. Okay, let's make it a little more realistic. But the movie had actually some parts I forgot, like when Aladdin gets sent over to the South Pole or wherever the fuck. I didn't remember that happened.
The ends of the earth.
It's the Earth's round. There's no end.
No. It's flat, and the Arctic wall. That's where he went. Yeah.
So he went to the Arctic wall. We should call. What's his name? The flat Earth guy.
I don't remember.
He wore a T-shirt that said his name.
Mike Sargent? Mark Sargent?
We should tell Mark Sargent's going to watch the movie and be like, yes, that is the Arctic wall.
That's the end of the world, yes. Edge of the world.
So yeah, I thought it was a pretty enjoyable movie. It got, I'm pretty sure.
It did shitty on Rotten Tomatoes.
It did.
But I don't understand because it was actually really good.
RottenTomatoes.com. Let's go to the Rotten Tomatoes really quick. We need a score to go off of. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Okay, so Aladdin got a 58%, but audience score gave it a 94.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I don't agree with either of those. 58? Fuck no. Whoever gave it a 58 is just... You know who gave it a 58? A bunch of nostalgia boner motherfucking, like, people who... They're probably our age.
It was very similar to the cartoon, so I don't see how that would make anyone upset.
Yeah. I also don't think it was a 94.
I think people can give it a 94 if they want to. I know a lot of people, like, fucking loved it.
I don't know.
I think so far of all of the live action, it's been the best.
Okay, well, you can disagree with me on this, but I think the Hot Pot of Coffee score for Aladdin is a hard 85%.
I was going to say like 86, 87.
All right, fucking hard to please there. No, yeah. I'm gonna stick with that. I say 85, 86.
That's a respectable score.
That is respectable.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So should you go see it? Yes, you should go see it. Will you be surprised? No. Will it just be enjoyable? Yes. And surprised there was no kids in the theater or anything like that. I mean, we went at like 9 o'clock at night, but
we've done that before, and there have been
that's
children.
True. Yeah, no, there was
a fucking the guy like sitting next to us who like had to keep going on a beer run. It's like, dude, sit the fuck down. You're in Aladdin.
That's one of the things. Like, so we always go to these movie theaters now where it's like, God, we're gonna sound so first world.
We're so bougie.
Well, we go to bougie movie theaters. We've talked about this before.
They have to have reclining seats.
First of all, I will never go to a movie theater again where I can't choose my seat.
Oh no.
I was first introduced to that when I was 13 and I was in South Africa. That's been around for like two decades in South Africa.
I never saw a movie in South Africa, so I don't know.
I saw Star Wars episode 3 or 4. Not one of the newer ones. No, what the fuck am I talking about? Episode 1. Jesus. I saw Star Wars episode 1.
Okay.
When I was in South Africa. And you choose your seat. So I was like, I've never seen this before. My mind got blown. Surprising that's the first time I was blown. And anyway, so I came back to the States. We didn't have that. And then these got introduced. And now it's hard to find a theater where that doesn't exist.
Good, because I never want to experience that again.
And it's so shitty now, too, because the one next to my house is a dine-in theater, but the legs don't go up.
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes in some of the theaters.
A couple of the.
But in most of them they don't. And so even though they're these big, comfy chairs that are like leather and you can like crisscross applesauce in them, I'm even like, oh, my legs don't go up. This is bullshit.
Yeah, right. We get so upset every time we sit down. We're like, what the fuck? These aren't reclining.
But Jesus, I bought 4 tickets for all of us. It was $65 for Aladdin.
That's why, because it's reclining seats in Scottsdale.
But this asshole, he kept getting up and getting beer. I'm like, bruh.
It's Aladdin.
Bruh.
Calm down.
Bruh. What he was doing is he got a beer, he drank it, he peed, he got another beer. He came back, drank it, peed, got another beer.
So he got up like 5 times.
Yeah, it was fucking annoying.
It's like, you drink that many beers, you're gonna have to pee.
It's so stupid.
It was like an hour and a half movie.
All right, moving on. Do you have anything on your list?
Not really.
Of course not.
What is that
so my mother was in London. My mom was in London this week. And she's so cute. So she was acting like London is like the most just different place on the cultured place on the planet.
It's a wonderful place.
I know, but it's so westernized because it's literally where everyone comes from.
But you go there and it feels so different than America because all the buildings are so nice. It's just so different.
Old. You mean old?
Yes, they're old and they're beautiful and it's historical. It's cool.
It's so funny listening to her because she's, we went to this museum and I was like, oh. So you saw things from other cultures. Well, yeah. She's like, it had this crazy Egyptian exhibit. I go, why didn't you go to Egypt then if you wanted to see that?
Dude, countries are starting to they want their shit back from England. They're getting pissed now.
Yeah.
Like all the cool stuff in like the Natural History Museum and everything.
She went to that expensive store. What's it called?
Harrods, man.
She went to Harrods and she got this like pen, which was like $6. Apparently,
no, it was £6, which means it was like probably almost $12.
I made a good dad joke. My mom handed me a coin. She's like, "This is a pound," and I go, "Mom, this is like 3 ounces." And she was like, "Shut up." Dad.
Your dad laughed and I rolled my eyes. That's very typical.
It was a good dad joke. So, so here's the deal. So she went to Harrods and this is the most expensive store, like blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I took pictures. Like, here's the bakery. I go, okay, looks like a grocery store. She goes, no.
No, you
here's
don't
a meat counter.
understand what Harrods is, Brad. You don't understand.
Wait, they sell like Louis V and shit?
Yes.
Okay, so
it's
does
like,
Louis V.
No, but it's like the Bloomingdale's of London, but like more expensive and bigger.
Don't know what Bloomingdale's is.
And you call yourself a bougie person. Get the fuck out.
So, my mom saw the Queen.
Which is actually pretty cool.
I'm trying to pull up the texts. Let's see if I can find them.
You're so prepared.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so my mom went to London because her friend wanted to go to London. I'm gonna change her name. Sarah. Her name's not Sarah. So my mom went with Sarah to what's a religious person's name?
Like literally any name ever.
What's a name from the Bible?
Mary.
Perfect. So my mom went with Mary, okay? And if you
that little slut
Mary. And if you don't know, we're Jews. So she's not. She's super Catholic. And my mom, like, they're best friends. They've been teaching together forever. But Mary is very, very religious and heavily believes. Like, let me give you an example. Darwin's grave, right? Is it his grave?
Yeah, it's in Westminster. It's
okay.
His body is there.
Darwin's grave is in London, and my mom wanted to go see it. But Mary wouldn't go see it because she doesn't believe in evolution.
She doesn't believe in Darwinism.
In Darwinism or evolution. So she didn't want to. She refused to go. This is the woman my mom went with, and my mom just looked at her and was like laughing, and was like, she told me, she goes, "Are you not looking around the streets? Darwinism exists all the time."
She's like, "I see it everywhere. What are you talking about?"
Everyone obviously evolved from the dumbest pieces of shit ever. So anyway, my mom was like walking the streets, and the Queen was on. She was driving through the streets, and Mary was like, "Oh, it's a sign from God. Like, we're here at the same time, and the Queen is just rolling down the streets." And my mom was like, "Or it's just, life, like
the Queen lives here."
The Queen lives here. So the conversation goes like this. My mom sent me and my brother a picture of the Queen 3 feet away from her, and the Queen's like, look at this picture, Amanda. She's literally, the Queen is like staring at my mom.
Such a badass. Look at her. Look at that Queen.
But look, she's staring at my mom
because I'm sure your mom was like,
that's how close my mom was.
That's dope.
Like 3 feet away. And so
I love how she doesn't have like tinted windows. She's just like, everyone see me in all my glory.
Yeah. So those windows are like a foot thick. So this was the conversation between my mom, my brother, and I. My brother's name is Aaron. Mom sends a picture of the Queen 3 feet away from her. She says, "Look who we saw today." My brother writes, "What a fucking slut." My mom writes, "You're terrible." And I write, "Look who we saw today," in quotes, and AKA the most useless political figure in the world. LOL. I made sure to throw the LOL in, so she knew I was joking, but not really, because she really is the most useless political figure. And there's a reason she's not in a limo in a tunnel, because we know what happened to the last princess.
Oh my God.
My brother responds with the following. "I'm sorry, Mom. The only queen I bend the knee for is Daenerys Targaryen, breaker of chains, mother of dragons, queen of the Andals, and first of her name." And then I send a gif of Daenerys standing naked in the fire. And that is our family. And she did not respond to that.
She's like, "Fuck you guys."
No, she was not down with that. God, it's... Anyway.
Why the long sigh, Brad?
Because I'm the type of person, don't get me wrong, and if I offend you, I'm not sorry. I think for me, if I want to take a vacation or go somewhere, it's not like London is going to be my layover.
London is a lot of fun.
It's expensive. It has the most stabbings per capita in the entire world, more than Detroit.
My God.
And there's really not that much history I care about there. For me,
it's just fun, though.
I love Africa. I want to go to Japan this year, early next year. I want to go to like northern China. I got some shit I got to pick up in Russia.
Oh God, don't say that.
But like the Middle East is gorgeous, even though people don't think so. Like I want to go to Dubai. I want to go back to Tel Aviv. I was in Tel Aviv for a long time, but I want to go back. I love those kind of places. You won't catch me dead in South America or Mexico. So if you want to run from me, that's where you can go. I can just imagine I'm like a U.S. Marshal. Some guy like crosses the Mexico border and they're like, chase him. And I'm like, I don't go to Mexico.
Like, I'm good.
I'm good. I stay out of Mexico. But yeah, she had fun in London.
Oh God.
Isn't that from Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yes.
London. You're from London. Oh, what else happened this week? I don't know. We had a pool party. I got sunburned.
You didn't get
It's
sunburned,
Amanda's
though.
fault. She didn't put enough sunscreen on me.
Oh my God.
Amanda's drawing me up new tattoos. If you didn't know, I
yes.
have a quarter sleeve, and I'm going to fill that out. I was thinking a giant penis, but it's not going to happen now. It's just some...
I'm working on it. Don't count that out.
No, I think those 4 triangles with each of the little things, that would be cool because they could connect.
Okay.
But you only have that much space to work with, so I don't know how they're going to do that because I don't have too much space.
Don't work with it.
Anyway, so yeah, we have just been chilling. My job search is going. I might be looking for a change in job. Oh, there we go. There's the one for the podcast.
Make it stop.
I might be looking for a change in job scenery here soon because still not sponsored. Hashtag still not sponsored. I wish I could live off this, dude. I would. Oh, sorry, I'm drinking my Gatorade.
Gross.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just not feeling my job anymore. What I do is very stressful.
That's the most millennial thing you've ever said.
No, I mean, what I do is extremely stressful.
No, I know.
It's probably one of the most stressful jobs.
Okay, sure.
And it's just, it's really getting to me, guys. And I just need change. And
I'm just really not feeling my job right now.
so go to patreon.com. No, we don't have a Patreon either. Maybe one day. Anyway.
Did you know that the moon is shrinking?
What the fuck kind of bullshit statement is that? No, it is not.
It's
moving further away from Earth.
No.
That's not shrinking.
No,
That's like some dude standing naked in front of you, walking backwards, and be like, why is your dick getting smaller?
Shut the fuck up and listen to me. It's shriveling because
because it's cold in space.
Because it's been having moonquakes. It's because the tectonic plates on the moon are still active, so it keeps having moonquakes.
In order for tectonic plates to be active, that means there has to be an active flow of magma.
Maybe
magma. You're telling me there's active magma under the moon?
Betcha.
Under Luna? My bitch Luna?
Your bitch Luna, really?
That's the Earth's bitch, Luna. You remember Luna from Bear in the Big Blue House?
No.
What? You never watched that when you were a kid?
No.
Bear in the Big Blue. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I know what it is. Oh wait, no. I have seen it.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Shrinking moon, maybe generating maybe generating moonquakes. This is directly from NASA.
No, that generates quakes on the planet, probably.
Hush. No. How would that generate? It says moonquakes because it's on the moon. We have
yeah, but it changes our tidal patterns.
No, that doesn't cause an earthquake. That would cause.
Welcome to NASA Today. This is NPR with Amanda.
Listen, the moon is shrinking. As its interior cools.
Is that part of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Getting more than about 150 feet, 50 meters skinnier over the last several hundred million years.
Oh my God. What a shitty diet.
Just as a grape wrinkles as it shrinks down to a raisin, the moon gets wrinkles as it shrinks. Oh, because it has thrust faults.
Don't fault its thrust, baby.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so it has moonquakes.
How did they measure it? They've only been alive for a few years.
Oh my God. It's called math and extrapolation, Brad. Physics, science.
I don't know. I think these NASA guys just have to make shit up to keep their job.
I don't think so.
Hey guys, ready? We're gonna do some role play. Welcome to the NASA meeting. How are you doing today?
You're already sucking at this.
You doing good? Oh, okay. Okay. So, Amanda, as head of our R&D department, we are about to lose funding. We need to come up with some bullshit. Do you have any ideas? I was thinking the moon has testicles. Throw some out here. Let's go.
Maybe it's shriveling up like a raisin.
No, Amanda, I'm sorry. That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. You, Steve?
Yes.
Well, I think no one cares, Steve. You're a dumb piece of shit. Amanda.
Why do you always gotta be on Steve like that?
That dead bird outside's name is Steve.
Today,
What was it before?
Kevin,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Kyle.
Kyle, Kevin, Steven, Steve,
It's been every
bruh.
white frat guy name.
Back to you, Dr. Amanda. Go ahead and extrapolate on this moon shriveling like a grape. Can we make wine from the moon?
Well, yes. In fact, you can.
See, so what you're saying is because the moon is made of cheese and it's been sitting out long enough, it is now provolone. That's how you make provolone. You have to let it sit for a long time.
Same with like every cheese. You could just say like Parmesan.
Can I watch this thing on Vox?
Parmesan sits for like 200 years.
Wow, we'd run out of Parmesan really quick. Anyway, it's only made in Parmesan, France.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's a real place? Oh, shit. I made that
And it's
shit.
not France, it's Italy.
Oh, Parmesan. They're big fans of oregano there. So, so anyway, that's our little role play of how this made up shit happened. Amanda, we're about to lose our funding. Hurry. It's shrinking. Perfect. We'll sell that to Trump. Are you sure he'll believe us? He's a dumb piece of shit. He won't know. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Just tell him Obama did it.
Obama
okay.
shrank the moon.
So press conference time. So in recent news, Obama actually passed a bill to let the moon shrink.
Hashtag thanks Obama.
See, I can't do a Trump voice.
Because it's a horrible sound. Don't do it.
The moon is shrinking. No, I can do Obama, but I can't.
Yeah, why? That's Obama. How dare you do that?
I can do Obama, but I can't.
Trump.
Listen here. No, I can't.
Just-
That's
all
George Bush.
All you have to say is the word huge.
It's huge.
There you go.
Obama totally ruined the moon. If you didn't know, I'm so bad at this. Hello, everybody. I'm here to talk about the moon. It's great. It's my favorite. It's the moon.
It's the best moon there ever was.
If you didn't know, it has 3 votes, and it voted for me. And the moon is shriveling. And this is because of Obamacare. If you didn't know, Obamacare causes shrinkage. For all you males, it's great. It's great. I know. Yes, I know. For me, it hasn't affected me. I'm huge. My penis is still huge. I'm so bad, but you can just see him saying that.
He for sure has, yes.
Jesus Christ. Meme review. That was the meme. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, you don't have anything to talk about? Oh, Amanda had the weekend off, so she doesn't have any good work stories.
Okay, no, there was this one work story. It was kind of funny. So I'm working with horses, as you may know.
How is Sarah Jessica Parker?
She's great. Okay. Anyway, so I'm working with horses, and we go on a lot of ambulance.
Hold up, before I forget. I'm sorry. I want to name a girl dog Sarah Jessica Barker. Keep going. Okay, keep going. I was going to lose that thought.
Anyway.
Okay.
We go on a lot of ambulatory calls. So we go out to different ranches and farms. We drove very far to this ranch out in Apache Junction. And apparently it was a complicated way to get to this house. It was a really fucking nice house. But the lady said she would meet us on the side of the road and show us how to get into the...
That sounds super sketchy.
No. It's I'll meet you at the driveway and show you how to get there kind of a thing. But we turn onto the road and we see a pony. We're I think that's the pony that we're working on today. And Like, just this little Shetland pony and its owner is just sitting there talking to their neighbor or whatever. And we're like, oh, why does she have the pony out here? She literally runs with the pony in front of our truck. And it's like half a mile to her house. So we're going like 2 miles per hour behind this pony and this owner just running. And it was the most awkward thing that we've ever experienced.
I wish it was a donkey so you could be like, I drove an hour for some ass.
Oh, well, we have done that before.
So I met this donkey on Tinder, and I drove out an hour to get some ass. And you didn't do shit. You just sat in there and went for a ride.
What do you mean?
You said you didn't do shit on that call.
Oh, no, yeah, I didn't so there's 3 of us students and we rotate through who gets a case, and this was not my case, so I literally did nothing. But,
so it was you, Corey, and Brad.
Yeah, it was Brad's case, so Corey and I did nothing.
Not me. This Brad's gay. Well, it could be me. We don't know.
I hope you know.
You never really know. We've talked about this. You don't
sake.
really know until you're gay. Until you suck your dick, you don't know if you're gay. Anyway.
That make me gay?
Yeah, you're gay. I'm lesbian. I'm lesbian curious.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, no, I didn't do anything. That just reminded me, though, of Gay of Thrones, which is the best thing that's come out of this season, let's be honest.
I don't know if it was that funny.
It was funny.
It's just because it had Jonathan.
And he's funny.
Like, it's funny when you say the character's names wrong, like 3 times, but when you keep doing it, it's not funny.
No, but that's how he names them, and that's who they are in his head. He's not just saying them wrong on purpose. He's saying
I will say this.
For a reason. Like
Gay of Thrones was better than Game of Thrones.
That's what I literally just said. I said it was the best.
But that doesn't put it on a very high pedestal.
It was the best thing to come out of this season.
Well, apparently now they're going to do like 8 spin-offs.
8?
Something like that.
No, they're not.
Prequel, and then we talked about this. Okay, so we talked about this in the car. But this is a point that I want to bring up about Game of Thrones episode 8 that fucking pisses me off. Okay? Ready? 1. Okay? This is a whole trail. You got to follow with me.
Tell me how you really feel.
Okay. So, who the fuck gave Grey Worm any sort of power? He's a fucking soldier. Shut your goddamn ballless, dickless mouth and do what we tell you. Number 2. Okay? Why the fuck... How did you find out that Jon killed Daenerys?
You know he fessed up to it.
Did he use a Ring doorbell? Not sponsored.
Oh, God.
No, but like, how? How did they find out?
They all ran up and they were like, what happened? Where's the queen? And he's like, I killed her.
Way to leave that the fuck out. You could just say, oh, she took off on her dragon for a little R&R and then gotten the fuck out of there. Why the fuck did you need to stay? Like, either Jon Snow's the fucking idiot or the writers are just that dumb. But I'm going to go with the writers.
That dumb.
And then,
well, I mean, he is kind of an idiot, too.
And then you say that you want Jon. Okay, first of all, wait. Let's rewind. Let's rewind.
Rewinding.
Why the fuck would they leave Jon alive? They're the fucking Unsullied. They kill everything.
Yeah.
They would kill Jon immediately.
Yeah.
Okay? Because none of them knew he was the real king. No one knew he was a Targaryen except for like 5 people. Mm-hmm. Okay? Next. We're still going on this shit. Next. Why the fuck would they agree to send Jon back to the Wall? One, which the Wall, Amanda brought this up today, is fucking pointless because the White Walkers no longer fucking exist.
Yeah, what's the point of the Wall?
Also, the Wall was no longer broken. How the fuck did they fix that shit?
The wildlings, man.
It's fucking huge, and it's giant ice. No.
They had a fire hose.
Yeah, probably. So he goes back to the Wall, which is by all means completely unnecessary now because the White Walkers threat is gone. So what are you protecting against? Fucking polar bears? Maybe. That shit's crazy. So the polar bear from Lost. That's what they're.
Yeah.
And then. Grey Worm gives a shit that much that Jon gets into the Wall, and then he gets on a fucking ship to go back to the other side of the world. Why the fuck would anyone, especially now that the Starks run the entire fucking world, let Jon go to the Wall and say he has to serve his sentence? Who gives a flying fuck? That's how I really feel.
Okay.
The whole thing makes no sense. The writing is god awful. Nothing makes fucking sense in that whole show.
No.
And it makes me mad. And don't get me started on Brandon's the king. Fucking handicapped choo-choo train over here.
I wasn't as upset about that as other people. I don't give a flying fuck who's the king, because it doesn't matter.
God, I had to take a hit. Because I need to calm the fuck down, dude.
This is very true. You're getting a little heated.
Anyway, that's how I felt. Okay. Time for...
We're not going to talk about Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Time for our favorite part. It's relationship advice.
You say our favorite part like it's my favorite part, but I hate it.
Why do you hate it?
Because I tell you this every single week. It's the same thing every single week.
Not this one.
Oh, God.
Welcome to... What rhymes with advice? Schmice.
Yes.
Mice. Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Welcome to the segment. It's super nice. It's Brad and Amanda with relationship advice. Oh! No, we need a better one. But it can end. It's Brad and Amanda with relationship advice. So what rhymes?
You should just make jingles for a living.
What rhymes with advice? Nice. Lice.
Pubic lice.
No, we gotta look this. No, I don't want to look it up. But what rhymes with advice?
I literally just said like 3 things.
What? I wasn't listening.
Pubic lice.
Oh.
Entice.
Pubic lice. It's Brad.
Entice.
Keep your dick in your pants with pubic lice. Join Brad and Amanda for relationship advice.
Oh, God. I think that it needs some work.
Okay, give me...
It's a work in progress.
Okay, so nice. We could do a nice.
I don't want nice. I like entice or pubic lice.
Entice. Sure to entice. So we'll say sure to entice. So it's the something section that's sure to entice. It's Brad and Amanda with... So it's something...
Let's not brainstorm this.
Okay,
right
I'll
now.
brainstorm it next week. It's Brad and Amanda with relationship advice. Okay.
Oh, God.
Welcome to relationship advice. My 23-year-old male is the protagonist. Little sister, 16.
Okay.
Therapist is actively encouraging her to pursue a sexual relationship with her 38-year-old boss.
Ew.
See, this one's different.
Okay, that's not true.
Just listen.
It's not true.
My little sister briefly mentioned in passing how she kind of has a crush on her 38-year-old supervisor at her new job. And apparently, her therapist has been actively supporting and encouraging her to pursue a sexual relationship with the dude. That's his name. Not really my place to decide who my sister sleeps with, but I just feel that her therapist is overstepping some kind of boundary by encouraging my sister to illegally sleep with a guy that's more than twice her age. He can do math. Am I wrong to be concerned here? No.
Well, no, but I also don't think that's true. Either the little sister omitted how old this person is, or it's not a real therapist.
I like this guy's comment.
It's like her friend.
No, I like this guy's comment. 16-year-olds say a lot of dumb shit and lie about a lot of stuff. So I'm going to withhold judgment on this without it more
Thank you.
evidence.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's so true because, girls...
Like, either she's lying that her therapist is telling her this, or she told her therapist that he's the same age as her, and her therapist is just like, go for it. Or get a new therapist.
Yeah, no. Wait, is this the one from last week?
Oh, God. Which one?
Okay, so this one... Okay, so we'll do this one because he posted, and then he posted an update.
Oh.
This one's called, I accidentally groped my girlfriend's sister and now they're fighting. So this is kind of like the one we read last week with the shower, but this guy actually touched his sister.
We never did one with a shower last week.
Yeah, remember? He was naked and he thought his girlfriend was in the shower and he opened the curtain?
No.
Okay, well then you have Alzheimer's because...
No, we never...
Yes.
No.
Don't you remember? He thought his girlfriend was in the shower and he got naked and wanted to surprise her, so he opened up the curtain and he was naked and it was his...
Nope.
Anyway. So I, 21-year-old male, accidentally groped my girlfriend's, she's 21, sister, she's also 21, and now they're fighting.
So they're twins.
I guess.
They're the same
Let's
age.
read this shit. Okay, so I'll briefly explain what happened. My girlfriend, they're identical twins.
Yes, clearly.
Sister said she would be coming over last night around dinner. I woke up sleepy, went to the kitchen, and saw my girlfriend standing there. I came up behind her and groped her. This is normal for us. I didn't think twice about it. I kissed her neck, basically pushed my morning wood into her ass, and half made out with her from behind. This lasted 5 to 10 seconds. I checked the fridge and started talking to my girlfriend, but she wasn't responding. So I turned to look at her, and I saw my girlfriend's sister standing there. I was horrified and embarrassed. She laughed it off and thanked me for my warm welcome. I feel like this guy just living in a porno. Right? I quickly apologized and went back to bed ASAP. I couldn't look her and my girlfriend in the eyes. I was mortified. The sister acted like nothing happened and I was stressed the fuck out. Oh, dude. I told the sister I was going to tell my girlfriend, but she insisted I didn't tell her and that would only cause trouble. Dude, this girl's sister wants to sleep with you. Didn't want to go against her, and she promised she wouldn't tell my girlfriend, so I kept quiet, but still felt conflicted. I was very glad my sister wasn't... I was very glad the sister wasn't pissed at me. We were both going to forget about it. Cool. So today we were just going to have a family dinner at their parents' place, but my girlfriend and sister got into a huge fight. My girlfriend refuses to talk about what and why, but she's fuming. They screamed at each other when the sister left. I've never seen them fight in my life like that because they're so close. I suspected it had something to do with what happened, but I didn't see why she would tell my girlfriend. Now I'm freaking out even more. Sorry, that was in caps. My girlfriend isn't mad at me as far as I can tell, so I don't know what she knows. I don't know what the fuck is going on or what to do. I got a text from the sister saying we need to talk, which fueled my anxiety. I'm dreading going over there. I feel like I can't function or think. Like something terrible is about to happen. Anyone with some wise words or wisdom or a time machine?
This is the stupidest bullshit I've ever heard.
First of all,
it's not a big fucking deal.
Okay, wait. Half of me believes this. Half of me is like, I think I've seen this in a porn before. And I think he's just writing from a porn.
I'm confused. Do they all three live together? Like, how is
No.
How are they there in the morning?
She was staying with her. She came over and slept there. She stayed over at her house. And then, so here's my thing. They're identical, right? And if you're super sleepy, you wake up. Sometimes I wake up and I think Cadell is a woman. And so, I'm just kidding. Oh no, he just looked at me all weird.
He's looking at you weird?
No, but I understand she's an identical twin. You come up behind her and you do what you do every morning. And if I'm assuming your girlfriend's in the kitchen every morning or whatever, and you go behind her, I get that. But I feel like in this case, her sister's almost in the wrong because she didn't stop you immediately.
Yeah, it was it went on for 5 to 10 seconds.
I would probably tell your girlfriend that it happened and you had no idea because she didn't stop you.
Yeah, and the fact that now they haven't told her is bad. You don't do that.
So there's an update to that.
Oh, God.
Small update.
Is it a small update or is it it's 3 paragraphs of an update?
It's a paragraph and a half. But I'll bring it down a little bit. I texted my girlfriend I was going to see her sister so she knew what was happening. I stressed out again before going over, but I was calm once I got inside. Overall, I'm friends with her and I definitely consider her okay, blah, blah, blah. She did tell my girlfriend what happened, but also told her that I was going to tell her, but she convinced me not to. Girlfriend got upset about this and a bunch of other more personal stuff and it got out of hand. They're talking on the phone, blah, blah, blah. I was spending more time with the sister and she felt like this was she was being drawn to me. I kind of turned into the guy in her life in her eyes. I told you that sister wanted to fuck you. She was struggling with that and keeping it to herself. So when I came up to her and did what I did, she got really confused and made her think about her feelings. Turns out she thinks she likes me more than a friend. She confessed to my girlfriend and she was cool and understanding of this, but not with the keeping a secret suggestion. So she's cool with her sister liking you. Maybe a threesome, dude. Is it really a threesome if they're identical twins?
Yes, it is.
Is it really, though?
Yes, of course it is.
Because it's the same pussy.
But it's not.
Okay. I can't help but blame myself for letting this get out of hand. I talked some more with the sister and we had a great conversation about everything and laughed a lot. It was kind of like a goodbye. In the end, we agreed to stop texting each other. I'll try to be out of the house more often, blah, blah, blah. Girlfriend demanded that I come home, so I left. She wasn't happy at all that I spoke to her sister. We sat down and worked through it like adults. I suck at communicating, blah, blah, blah. It sucks that I lost a good friend in the process. Okay, here's the thing, dude. If I was your sister, I would have been immediately worried to start, if I was your girlfriend, because if I had a twin that was texting my girlfriend constantly,
That's weird.
That's weird because I already know she's fucking me. What's to stop her from fucking you and you tricking her? This has happened before in life where like a twin fucking
In your porns that you watch?
No, in my imagination. But I guarantee it's happened in real life where a girl gets tricked or a guy gets tricked by an identical twin into fucking them, and then no one ever knows because I don't know. If you never tell, like, it could happen.
I don't think that happens as often as you think it does.
No, I'm not saying it happens often. I'm saying it happens.
I don't even know if... Okay.
It's a real thing I made up. Anyway.
Okay.
So, oh my God.
So what's your advice, Brad? This is an advice column after all.
Oh, what's my advice? Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading this one. It's all fucked up. What's my advice for this guy? Dude, you're in a pickle. I say have a threesome.
No,
and decide from that.
Not a good idea.
It's like a double blind study. Don't know which one's which and fuck both of them and decide from that.
I don't think so. That's a
It's a double blind study.
No, that's not a double blind study.
Yeah, don't put name tags on them.
If they know, it's not double blind. It's just single blind.
Okay, single blind study where he doesn't even need a blindfold because they're identical twins. So just fuck both of them.
Identical twins still look different.
They're not allowed to talk and they have to look the same.
This is a really horrible idea.
Yeah, dude, I think you should never have been close to her sister. I think your girlfriend's kind of retarded and way too trusting of you. And
oh my God.
I honestly think the relationship is kind of over because here's the thing. At the end of the day, she's never going to let this go, and that's her sister, and she will never choose her sister over you. Oh, I'm sorry. She'll never choose you over her sister. I got that confused.
There
No matter what, her sister could literally fucking like murder you and she would forgive her sister. But if you murdered her sister, she'd never forgive you. Think about it like in those terms. It's over. So you might as well have a threesome.
No, that's not the advice. Nope.
That's my advice. Amanda thinks differently, but she's a girl. So what does she know about it?
Oh my God.
Last one. This is a short one.
Oh God. Okay.
Girlfriend told me she picked up my phone call during sex with her ex.
What? What?
Let's read this. I need to. Let me take a hit really quick.
I can already, from just the beginnings.
Oh, I need this.
My advice is
dump her. Okay.
Get out of it.
And let's start. I'm 22. My girlfriend is 20. There's your first problem. We met 15 months ago. Got together 3 months ago. Oh, okay. So they knew each other for a year. He could have just said that. You can't do math.
Nope.
That's like someone who's like 40 years old being like, yeah, I'm 530 months old. Got together 3 months ago after she broke things off with her ex. Was having sex with her today. My sister calls me. Girlfriend says my phone is ringing. I tell her to ignore it. Then she tells me, while on top of me, that she picked up my phone call while still with her ex and spoke to me on loudspeaker while being fucked by her ex. I immediately threw her off me, disgusted, then tell her to shut the fuck up and get the fuck out. He wrote STFU and GTFO because he's 22. Very weird flex. Oh, he said weird flex.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he said that was a weird flex in my opinion. It was a weird flex. She left to do some shopping for our holiday. We're leaving tomorrow. Now she's back. What the fuck? Advice on how to act. Can't get the image of them out of my head. Okay, well, here's what you have to remember. Always, always imagine your girl getting run train on, and then everything else is just not that big of a deal.
Also,
Amanda has nothing to say on that.
I have nothing to say about that.
Have you had a train run on you, Amanda? Do you know what that is?
Yes.
What is it?
I'm not talking
What's
about
running? What's getting run train? I actually want to know the exact definition.
No, can we not?
Urban Dictionary, baby. UrbanDictionary.com. Running train. When more than 2 males take turns fucking one female, introducing multiple orgasms for the female is a must. And it must last a minimum of 2 hours.
Oh my God.
The males must not have a dick smaller than 6 inches.
This is a lot of stipulations.
The effects of running a train on a hoe would be severely weakened by ones with inferior sized cocks, so that by the end of the experience, the female is utterly destroyed, sore, and maybe even a little bloody, yet usually not regretting her decision. So that's running train on UrbanDictionary.com. That was so weird.
Anyway.
Wait, what did this guy say?
Also, she did this when she was still dating that other dude and was just like talking to this guy, so I don't see what the problem is.
Well, why the fuck did she tell him?
I don't know, that because she's 20 years old and completely immature.
Why would you say, like, your sister is calling? Okay, I'll call her back. Well, I answered the phone when I was fucking my ex. Okay, cool, bro.
Like, she's just an idiot, but there's not really anything else I can tell him.
Oh, God. Makes me want to hurt something. Cadell! I was going to pet him. I was going to pet him. Anyway, guys, that's enough. That's enough for today.
Yes, please.
That's Brad and Amanda with relationship advice. I'll have a good jingle for next week.
Oh, God, I hope
Knowing me, I'll procrastinate and I'll write it 10 minutes before next episode, but it'll happen. Don't worry about it. Anyway, guys, we want to thank you so much. Sorry this is I'm not sorry this is a little late this week. It's on Tuesday and it was a holiday.
It was a fucking holiday.
Yeah, it was a fucking holiday. So, anyway, we love you. Thank you so much for listening, liking, sharing, subscribing, and sharing it with friends. I said that, but I'm going to say it again. And that's it. We will catch you next week. Peace.
Bye.